Hey guys, welcome back to Scarecrow Games. I am Scarecrow, and today we're going to be talking about getting into PC gaming and why you should or shouldn't take that leap into the deep end of the tech gene pool and join the PC master race. Now, a little bit of backstory on me. I've been playing video games since I was about 4 years old, way back in the primitive days of NES. From there I graduated to the Sega Genesis and then on to the original PlayStation, then the PS2, then I moved on to the original Xbox and the Xbox 360. After being burned by the red ring of death on more than one occasion, I went back to the PlayStation, got a PlayStation 3, then from there moved on to the PlayStation 4. So I've pretty much been a console gamer my entire life. To me, the idea of PC gaming seemed very foreign and expensive. Now, I had this misconception that in order to be a PC gamer, I would need to know a ton about computers and I need to spend twice as much money on a computer than I would a console. And that I had to learn all kinds of strange software and how to use a keyboard and mouse, and I had to, I'd always heard that PC gaming was far superior to console gaming, but aside from being able to run mods and much better graphics, I never really saw much point in making the switch. That is until about 6 months ago when I started looking into PC gaming a little more, doing some research, and I found out that I had a lot of misconceptions on what it took to actually build a PC and run it for gaming. So somebody who's relatively new to PC gaming, I thought I would make this video just to kind of help anybody who might be interested in it or intimidated by the idea, or thinking that it's just this strange foreign concept like I did for the longest time. So let's start with building your PC. I believe if you're technologically savvy enough to think you could put together all the stuff by yourself, I would highly suggest doing that. There's a ton of great videos here on YouTube that'll show you how, walk you through it, or maybe if you have a friend who knows something about this kind of stuff. That's what I did. I had my brother-in-law. He came over. He helped me put it all together, and now I'm confident enough I can work on my own PC with no problems at all. But that's definitely the way to go rather than buying a pre-built computer. If you do buy a pre-built computer, you'll spend about the same amount of money but get much less performance out of it. But if you, like I said, don't want to put it all together yourself, you could always throw a graphics card in there and just be good to go. You'll just end up spending more money in the long run, and it probably won't be as good. Now, as far as the cost of this stuff goes, I mean, when I was designing mine, I went to PCPartPicker.com, and you can go over just a ton of different items, accessories. You can spend all day on there just playing with different budgets. Effectively, you could probably build a pretty decent 1080 gaming PC for $400. Now, with that being said, I mean, you get what you pay for, but I think for $400 you could probably build one that is equivalent to a PlayStation 4, an Xbox 360, or Xbox One, or whatever. Now, anything over that is just nice. So, the benefits to it of spending more money are really there, but the good thing about PC is you can always upgrade as you go along. You're not locked into those certain components, So as far as games go for this thing, I mean, the games are just way cheaper. I mean, yeah, of course new releases are still going to be that $50-$60, but there's certain websites out there like Indie Gala, Bundle Star, Green Man Gaming, G2A, all these places where you can just find insane deals on games. Not to mention things like the Humble Bundle, where you pay, $15 and you'll end up with like 10 games. But I mean, I've found just so many great game deals. I mean, for instance, I think I got this Batman Arkham game that you're watching. I got the first, I got Arkham Knight, or no, I'm sorry, not Arkham Knight, but I got Arkham Origins, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City all for like $9 or something. I mean, it's just crazy deals. So you get games for way cheaper, and they run better and they look better. I mean, these games are running at 60 FPS or above. Now it's all dependent on your graphics card, but I mean, like I said, the games way cheaper. Now you also get things like early access games. Now early access games are games that are still being developed, so you can kind of try them out as they're working on the game. Now some people don't like that. They get put off by the idea of not having a completed game, but if you think about it, the games on consoles are constantly getting updates, at least for about the first year or two of their life cycle, so it's really not that much different. And early access games are typically like half price, so I mean, you get them for about $30 when they're brand new, and it's kind of fun to get on a game on the ground floor and kind of watch it evolve. That's what I've been doing with Conan Exiles. which I think I'm going to step back from that game for a little bit, let it mature a little bit more before I dip my toes back in it, because they recently reset all the servers, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, early access games are pretty cool. There's also a ton of free-to-play games on Steam, and pretty much everything is backwards compatible. So if you wanted to, you can run emulators of all the old systems, or just that one weird obscure game that you really liked from 15 years ago. You'll make it run on the computer, no problem at all. For instance, I was a big fan of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. It came out in 2004, and it was just for PC. And in 2008, I had a pre-built computer that I ran that game on. But that was the only game I ever played, so I wouldn't really call myself a PC gamer at that point. It was just that one game. But I mean, it still holds up as good today as it did back then. But I mean, like, if that was on console, I could never do that. And so, to me, that's awesome. I still like playing old games. Now, as far as mods go for certain games, I mean, games like Arma 3 and Fallout 4 and Skyrim and all that, I mean, there's a ton of mods that will just completely change what that game is. I mean, it's like playing a completely different game. And I'm like, there's plenty of websites out there for that, or you can download mods directly from the Steam Workshop, and they're really easy. You just click a button, subscribe to the mod, turn on the game, it'll update, restart it, and then you're good to go. That mod is in place. There's also places like Nexus Mod. So yeah, ton of mods out there, a lot of great free content. It's basically like getting DLC for free, so you can't beat it. You just have to learn which mods work well with each other. Another good thing about PC gaming is you can learn it as you go. I mean, like I said, I've learned a ton about computers in the last couple months, and it's really sparked an interest in me that I didn't know was there. I mean, before it was just always like, okay, yeah, computer, whatever. Don't really know how to do anything on it, so I never spent a whole lot of time working with them. But now I love this shit. It's just extremely interesting to me. So I've learned about all kinds of different stuff, and I'm still learning as I go, like I said. So it's not, you don't have to have a degree to be able to play video games on this thing, is what I'm saying. And not to mention, as far as playing games online, it's totally free. You're not paying for that PlayStation subscription. You're not paying for that Xbox subscription. You have internet. You're already paying for internet. That's all you need. So you can jump on there and start playing games for free. Play online for free, I should say. And then, aside from all that, it's it's more than just a gaming rig. It's a PC. You can do anything with it. You can edit videos with it. You can search the web with it. You can Skype. You can, anything you can think of. You guys have used computers. Obviously, you're probably watching this on a computer right now. But it's more than just a PlayStation. It's more than just an Xbox. I mean, there's a ton of stuff you can do with this thing. So, yeah. I hope that's been informative. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. But if you guys want to like, share, comment, subscribe, or, whatever. But anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, later.